jump into all the elements that it takes to embroider on the beautiful Pfaff Creative Icon 2, I want to explain something that if you can kind of get a grasp on sooner than later, it will save you a few headaches as a beginner. So first off, when you go ahead and turn the machine on and you've touched embroidery, you're going to be brought into one of two screens. And that's what we're going to talk about, is the difference between the two screens. First one, it says Embroidery Edit, and that kind of sounds complex. What you have is at first a screen that you're going to be able to bring in a design, bring in letters, combine two designs, do things to that design like mirror image it, rotate it, size it, move it over here, bring in another one. You are playing with that design, hence the word edit. Now I am going to just bring up a random design on screen so it thinks I am ready for that. And I do need to, so I can do a little something on the next screen, tell it which hoop I'm actually using. So today I'm looking at the hoop size of the fabric I've hooped, 260 by 200. That will make the machine happy when we go to the screen number 2. So this is also the screen that when you are done, you need to come back to delete your design and bring in your next design. That's a very common question people ask is, how do I get rid of my design? Well, what it is you have to be on the right screen of the two screens. So Embroidery Edit, we talked about what you can do to design, play with it, get it all ready to go. Once it's ready, you are now ready to embroider it. Think of it as printing your design in thread. So we need to go to a whole nother playground. So down at the bottom, there's something called Stitch Out and a Go button. Touch that one. This is going to take us to the next screen. But before we get here, we kind of get a little, are you sure everything looks correct? Did you pick the right hoop? Would you like one of these other options? Most of the time, you can just go ahead and select OK. And now it gets us, plus, you can't see it, but you heard it. The embroidery arm has moved into position, and it is asking me to attach hoop. You don't have to attach it just yet, but that will be the hoop that it's expecting once you do attach it. I'm going to just touch OK, because what I want you to see is that we're on an embroidery stitch out screen. This is the second screen that we're going to talk about. In here, you can't select the design. You technically can move it around, but that's going to be in a whole nother area, but it is ready to embroider. You can also open up the color information. This will be something that you'll probably be wanting to see and follow. And you can also see the stitch out progress, which stitch you're on, what color of how many to go, and how many minutes you have left. So this screen is the second one, the stitch out screen. When you're done stitching it out, or even if you get here and go, oh, you know what, I feel like I want to add my name to that or a date, you will need to go back to the embroidery edit screen. There's a little arrow, so it's like pointing back to the first screen. So both of them kind of help you see that there's a first screen and a second screen. So when I'm done, embroidery edit kind of goes ahead, moves the embroidery arm way off to this side over there, and now we can get in, we can add to it, we could delete this design. Deleting it, touch and hold anywhere on the screen and touch delete all. That will ask you, are you sure? Yes, that'll be fine. And you can start a new project as well. You can also turn the machine off and turn it back on, and it will come back to the embroidery edit screen with nothing on it. You will find that if you can kind of see and know that there are two screens you're working in between, that will give you a lot more understanding of what you do in each one as we progress through all these videos. Remember, you can find the playlist in the description below where you can binge watch all the videos that we have done on this beautiful Pfaff Creative Icon 2.